I'd say it's more like Hidden Valley. Copy all live on Facebook. Live on Facebook. I think he's got a leak. All right, Facebook. Hey, guys and gals, we're still over the Woolsey fire. If you guys didn't know, Woolsey, if you guys didn't already know from earlier this afternoon, they had a flare-up up here. It's in an area that basically is just probably, my guess is going to be the borderline between Ventura County and Los Angeles County. I would almost put this almost more on the Ventura County side. We're showing you the what's burning right now. Winds are actually helping in a way. Sky9 pictures, copy. We don't have any flames on this side. We're never going to make it back in time. Yeah. So what we're looking at right here, this hot spot, actually the winds are kind of pushing against it as it's trying to make its way up a hillside up here. That's the reason why I'm saying that the winds might actually even be helping in this situation, because otherwise it would have a free run up these hillsides and it would probably burn very, very quickly. We know how the fire will heat the fuel ahead of it. And look at what this is. This is a very, very thick chaparral out here, very dark green. And I could almost guess to say that if there was a person down there, you would almost disappear in that chaparral, trying to walk through there. So that is very, very thick down there. And this area looks like it may have not burned in some time because of the thickness that's out here. Don't want to be guessing, doing a lot of guessing, but I can tell you that is a lot of fire because there is a lot of smoke. And anybody that lives out here in anywhere in the Woolsey fire, they'll probably be look up and they'll see this, and it's probably not a very welcoming sight. The plus side that I can say right now is that it is in a more of an unpopulated area. The winds are kind of even pushing it away from some of these very exclusive homes up here. So that's probably good news for these folks that live up here on the hills. That is the Fancy Schmancy Wing House. If you guys don't know what that is, you guys can Google it. It actually was on a couple of shows, and maybe we'll get a better shot of it later on, but that is the wing house right there. Yeah, it's right on the other side of the smoke, pretty much directly on the other side. Anyways, this is the fire that's burning right now. All right, we're just live on Facebook. Brendan's my pilot this afternoon. He was just telling me that he was going to drag the skid through the shot because we have to make a little bit of a turn right there. Winds, let's talk about the winds. Today, it actually seems windier. I know that they're talking about how the winds are going to lighten up and we're getting towards the end of the wind event, but it does seem windier than more of a constant wind. That's a big plus for Brennan. He doesn't have to fight it too much. He basically can just kind of point it in one direction and hold a hover a little bit better. Every now and then we'll see some spectacular fire that'll pop up out in the front of this of these flames. Wish I could answer your questions. I really, really do. But sad to say, it's 7,500 feet. You know the drill. Everybody knows the drill. So, but just keeping an eye on some flames. This is a hot spot that has popped up. I'm big on the firefighting activity. I'm always like, if the helicopters are coming in, dropping on hot spots, I always want to show that. The folks down at Television City, Studio City down there, they want to see fire and flames and things like that. I see it, but it's going to be too difficult to really get. Another hot spot, and this is kind of a good tutorial on how spotting happens and how these fires continue to burn. Basically, you can see that this, like towards the front of the fire right here. I believe this is the foot of the fire, And correct me if I'm wrong. This is the heel? Heel, foot. You're a heel. You're a heel, Mr. Grinch. Right. Where it's anchored. So this is kind of the heel or the foot of where this is, and you can see the winds. That's an uphill area right there, and the winds are actually kind of pushing it away or down that hillside, which is unnatural for the fire activity. But all that spotting, those embers will be picked up and carried along and dropped in other spots, and there you go. You got another hot spot burning right there. So, and this is actually going uphill a little bit. One of the things that I'm noticing that I'm having trouble kind of grasping watching these fires is that usually the fire activity that we've seen in the past is if it's down low and the winds are pushing it, it just rips up those hillsides, superheats the vegetation ahead of it, and it just continues in that rate of spread is just, just goes. Just say it just rips it up, just tears up that hillside. I think the cooler temperatures are really slowing these flames down, making them very slow moving, even though the winds are pretty good. You can see that smoke right there. The winds are just kind of pushing that smoke flat, carrying it out over the ocean. So I think that I think it's got to be the temperatures. I don't know exactly what the humidity is recently, but I can tell you that the temperatures are cooler out here. And that might be one of the reasons why these fires are slower moving, and they're not just like whoop, right up the hillside, all the vegetation gone. Stand by. There you go. That's what we're talking about when fire gets up to a ridge line right there, burning almost straight up. It also looks like there's some Phos-Chek or flame retardant on those rocks nearby. Those may have been an area that they did paint earlier on in the afternoon, or maybe just in a different part of the... Sure, we might lose the flame shot. Let's go. They want to see if PCH is open, Pacific Coast Highway. All right. Oh, if you folks are wondering what we're doing, we're actually headed off to Pacific Coast Highway. Apparently, they have reopened the Pacific Coast Highway, so we're going to go see the traffic moving in both directions. Going to be near Leo Carrillo. Leo Carrillo. I don't know. Isn't that Neptune's net right there? Yeah, it's Neptune's net. Was somebody talking at me also? Yeah, it looks closed, but I'm looking actually the other direction to see where the closure might be. Maybe there's just no traffic, which is kind of unusual too, right? Yeah. Yeah, but if it is open, it's very empty. What's that? No. All right, since we have a minute, I'm going to put the camera all the way down at Zuma. No, I'm going to look down at Zuma. What's the matter? I'm sorry. That's a fire truck. Yeah. Thank you. Assignment desk, helicopter to the most awesome assignment desk. Hey there, so booth saying Pacific Coast Highway has reopened. I believe the booth, but I don't see any traffic on it. Has Pacific Coast Highway reopened, and can we say that? Well, now we can't see the wing house. I wanted to see the wing house. Oh no. So we are over Leo Cabrillo. It's fun to say. That's right. I wonder why they should have like a dog beach. Oh, it is. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think we should go back over. If they have us talk, I can talk about the, yeah. Why don't you go across this way? Yeah, just go that way. Hey, Booth. Very inconclusive. I'm trying to be careful with what I say, but the desk said still closed according to Google. So right. I'm looking for the wing house. Oop, flames. That's not nice. Oh, don't be mad about ketchup. Oh, there's the wing house. I found the wing house. Let me just keep the flames for a minute. I demand ketchup. I know it's not my wife because she hates the ketchup. Just so everybody knows, the famous wing house, is still safe. No fire around the wing house. This house was built from 747 wings and tail. And it was a famous thing. They built it and they had to get special permits because of the wings, and FAA has to put it on the maps because people might think it's a downed aircraft, which I don't know how they'll come up with that. But at any rate, that is the famous wing house, not damaged. I don't know. I'd like to hear from you too. Call me. Hey, Booth. Okay. Gabriel. Okie dokie, we'll be here. Lake Sherwood. That's where they're picking up the water from. Maybe that's why our crews went there. Picking up the water, dropping off the water. Picking up the water, dropping off the water. Sweet. People know about me then, because I said accept. So the folks that are listening, I can't interact with you guys. I'm sorry. Somebody was asking me the other day about Neptune's net. Neptune's net, fine as it stands right now. We just went over it. It actually looks like it looks like a different Neptune's net than I remember. When I went there, it looked like basically like a shack. Now it actually looks like a real restaurant, but it's still standing, very safe. I'd love to get some info from you folks out there in Facebook land, maybe about the the Pacific Coast Highway. I am that tired. The Pacific Coast Highway being reopened. We heard that maybe it was, but we did take a look, and there is no traffic. Now, does that mean is it closed? Well, see, that's the thing. It's inconclusive. We don't really know. Apparently, our desk Googled it real quick, and it shows red. So that means it is closed, or there's some kind of closure. Maybe it's got the red dotted lines. But at any rate, I have not enough internet service to do anything like that. This fire, where's it burning? Well, this is the Woolsey fire. And this is a hotspot that popped up on the very, very, very eastern end of the actual fire. It is on a hillside, obviously, mountainous, very, very rugged terrain. What's burning out here right now? There are some exclusive homes nearby, communities. Well, those exclusive homes make a community. We don't want to discriminate, but not like any kind of heavily populated area. Let's kind of say it like that. I think that's very PC. I got to keep my flame shot up. We don't want to use flames. Standing by my pictures. So, wait for the commercial so that I can make the camera move. So, basically, somebody was saying, well, we're near Lake Sherwood. Well, Lake Sherwood, I almost wanted to break out my little app and get an actual mileage. That's Lake Sherwood. Near? Kind of. All that right there, that isn't a giant bass jumping out of. That's not fishing right there. That is wake from the helicopters that have been picking up water over there. They've been picking it up and carrying it out to the fire and doing drops. Now, this is what, to me, is kind of cool. They're not going out and dropping right on the hot spots. They're not dropping right there where the flames are and the big smoke. They're actually working this ridge line right over here. right where all the flame retardant is. And the reason why they're hitting these spots, especially that one right there, is because they don't want those embers to jump that line, especially, and they want to make sure all those embers are out, especially if there is a wind shift. Now, this mystical wind shift, they've been talking about it for quite some time, and you know, it really, truly, thank goodness it hasn't happened, because if the winds were coming off the ocean right now, this would be an entirely different story. There would be many homes threatened again, and this fire would be heading towards very, very populated areas. As it stands right now, the winds are pushing it out towards the ocean. It is very lush green out here. There are some homes out here, but not the type of population or dense population that we would be thinking about. A very active fire, though, for sure. Right now, they're just trying to make sure those hot spots are out along the perimeter of it, where they've dropped the flame retardant earlier on with the fixed-wing aircraft and the the DC-10 with the 25,000 gallons of Phosgec, and that basically translates to, what is it, 25 swimming pools, isn't it, or something like that? Yeah, it can lay out a mile of flame retardant when it does its little flyby. So that gives you an idea how much flame retardant is in one of those aircrafts. Stand by, pictures only. See if we can get you some flames. All right. Well, Juan Sharon, we're looking at some of these hot spots out here, and it is very disheartening for any of these folks that are living nearby, and probably out for the firefighters as well. They thought they were getting a handle on it. We thought they were getting a handle on it, and now this big flare up today. Now the winds are actually pushing them away from the uphill direction and out towards the ocean, which is a huge plus. You can see where the line in the grass has been basically laid earlier this afternoon, and you can see that the fire is actually moving away from that. Now, folks have been talking about Lake Sherwood being nearby. Let me show you where Lake Sherwood actually is compared to the fire. It's right down here, but this is the area where the helicopters are picking up their water to drop the water on this perimeter line that we're seeing where this hot spot is. The hot spot itself, 1,000 acres alone, so that is a big area that is burned. The fire still continues to burn. Winds are helping move these flames along in a slow moving way, because sometimes they're trying to get up the hills and the winds actually pushing them down. But look at some of this terrain. This is one of the reasons why it's so difficult to put this fire out. Live in Sky 9 over the Hidden Hills area, looking at the Woolsey fire. Stillman Dell, back to you two in the studio. Why? No, that's what I said. I'm tired. Bomar hitting me up on me. He knows how to get a hold of me. He's like, I'm not going to write on Facebook. I'm just going to text him direct. He knew the wing house. Oh, are we switching? No. We're going to 4 o'clock. Woolsey fire. Woolsey. All right. My next report, I'm going to be like what Brennan said. East Coast Amazon. Aww. Still shows up next day. Pictures of the food. That's hilarious to me. I do it all the time. Heck, I just did it a bunch of times. I took pictures of my chili. But my big joke is like, you know, you go and you sit with grandma and you look at the photo albums and see all the food that they ate. No, you don't. There's no pictures of food in the photo album. None. And that depends on how old your grandma is. My grandma, no food. No food in there. No food. Woo, little run right there. But it definitely looks like there's unless those rocks are really red like that. So that's probably one of the reasons why those flames are struggling right there, is that area was hit earlier on. Rip. Full ban of cell phones. What are you? I'm just thinking about it. I can't breathe. Restaurants. I am not eating there. I need my cell phone. I'm very important. Robble, robble, robble. I like the idea of putting my phone away. Those little stories that they just did on KCAL, I mean, there's many reasons why I love KCAL CBS, but that was a CBS thing. I just dig those little vignettes. I remember back in the day I used to fly a lot, and I would like hope that they'd have that CBS stuff like that so I could listen to it when I fly. Well, guys and gals, I'm sorry. All I know is, I guess, 720 people were watching at one time. So they're talking about very dry conditions. It feels a little more humid. It feels almost like rain, doesn't it? Maybe it's just the coloring of the sky. Yeah, the high overcast, yeah. Oh, there's a beautiful sunset, guys, gals, folks. I know somebody's writing right now, why is Stu showing us a pile of rocks? Well, there's fire behind it, guys. I was hoping it was going to start peeking around the other side. Oh, see, as soon as I get away from it. Woolsey. What is Brennan going to do? No more flavored cartridges in stores for the e-cigarettes. Flavored cartridges. What is Brennan going to do? Simon tested Chopper on Freak One. Go ahead, Mark. You're a horn of Malibu. Maybe. Well, I know you guys want the top, but yeah, I mean, as long as there's light. Give me the address. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Oh, well, now I know where it is. Okay, I've just got my app opened up, and I have poor connection, so that's going to be fun all in itself. 5823 Fillery. F-I-L-A-R. What's the last ones? Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, Booth. Switch over to 5. Booth, somebody's calling me. I know they are. All right, we're ready. I think we have the show up. Hidden Valley, yes. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Bum, 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 bum. "30 seconds, pictures, copy." All right, kind of found it. Yeah, it's not, it's our side, let's say it that way, our side of Pacific Coast Highway. So it's not really on the horn, it's closer to us. Let me see if I can find it on the map. Oh, stop with that, I don't even want to play. It's closer to us. I know. You're going to be fine. Oh, it's in the Bravo. No, we're not going to be fine then. And now my other map's not filling in the blanks. I haven't forgotten. Even though I have a daughter's birthday party, I'm going to be there. Of course, this thing's not populating. All right. What happened to Freak 5? Has our show started? Yeah, but I might have... Oh, gosh, okay. Okay, copy, thank you. I'm always worried. Here, this is on the phone. Well, then we can't do it. Well, that's right. This is part of that flare-up, that 1,000 acres that you just mentioned, and this is just added to the acreage that we've already been hearing about for so long. Get a little bit wider shot right there. You can see what can still burn out here. There is a lot of thick chaparral out here in this area, but it is moving away from very populated areas. Just a quick something to point out right there. One of the very famous architectural homes out here in the Malibu area, that's actually going to be the Wing House, is nearby this fire, not being threatened by the flames as it stands right now. Now, firefighters have been out here. They lay down a lot of Phosgec. That's that flame retardant with fixed-wing aircraft. DC-10 was out here earlier this afternoon, dropping 25,000 gallons at one drop, trying to keep this fire, this hot spot, basically blocked in. They seem to have been doing a really great job. Helicopters are still out here basically reinforcing those hot spots. This interior part that we're seeing right here, they're not really battling these flames per se. They're keeping an eye on it, hoping that it'll burn up that ridge line and just kind of slow itself down. The winds out here, not really helping the situation. We know that the red flag, the wind portion of the red flags will be lifted earlier tonight, but right now, I'm telling you, the wind's really starting to push Sky 2 around again this evening. But these hot spots, they keep popping up. That smoke, probably not something any of these folks want to see, but the flames continue to burn out here at the Woolsey fire. I'm Stu Mandel, and Sky 2, back to you two in the studio. So can we do it, or you don't want it? All right. All right. We're not moving off yet, but we got to go look at something and go get fuel. But I'll hold the shot best I can. All right. Simon Desk, just giving. Okay, cool. Thank you. Simon Desk, just checking in. Just letting you know, we found it. We're going to make an effort. It is in LAX's airspace because we are at 7,500 feet. We're not going to be able to drop down past 7,500 feet. So we're going to try to find this home and get you shots. The sun also is setting. Yes. Just go. Just go. They're not going to hold it. I mean, I can hold this shot for a couple minutes. Yes, it does. Yes, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Guys, I'm going to shut the show down, the IFB, just a little bit because I need to work with Mark, but I still have you up. Was. Well, they'll rebuild. All right, let me do a wide. Medium. It's getting dark, Stu. Why are your blacks so high? Because I'm... Let me see if I can do some kind of magic. That's not helping. Hang on. Try this real quick. And try that. I don't think it's going to be happy. Come on, just grab it. Just once. Yeah, but that's close enough, isn't it? Yeah. All right, Simon Desk, kind of given now, I think, I don't know. Let me talk to Brendan. You want to go to Camarillo or you want to go Van Nuys? Let's do Camarillo. Yeah, that way you can give him some flames when we fly back. And Booth, not that you guys are excited about it, but I am back with you. If you need us, we are here for you. Letting you know we're going to get closer to that, and then farther away, we're going past it to Camarillo for fuel. What's our fuel like? Mark wants to know. We have 40 minutes in the air, 40 minutes in the air, 40. Camarillo, yeah. Hey, just letting you know, I mean, just look at the picture now. I mean, it's not camera trickery. I'm just letting you know it's making a run, and it's going to, that spectacular part is going to be, well, there might be more, but this will be burned out. Camarillo is the destination. That's a picture. Oh, you missed it. That's a picture. Oh, you missed it. Never mind. Ooh, that's big fire. Let's go to big fire. The shot over makes pictures like this. We're looking almost straight down. So much easier than in the old days with the Cineflex. I'd be fighting the knobs and spinning things really, really quickly and bumping joysticks and all kinds of weird stuff. But with the shot over, it's a pleasure to make that shot. Makes everybody look great. Now we're looking at it through the smoke. That's what the difference is right there. Which one are we going to? Great FBO, unfortunate name. What? Oh my God. Oh, I remember that. How about murder? What's going on here? Look, they're like camping out here. What's going on? Your pilot will lose his lunch. If we're still up on Facebook, this is actually one of the base camps for the firefighting activity. This actually might be, well, they might have switched it, but I think they really set it up for the hill fire. But maybe now they're actually using it for the Woolsey fire. Woolsey fire. Oh. I thought we were live on Facebook this whole time. We're actually landing, you know that, right? Okay. Thank you. Woo, bright light. I wonder if they still have us. Probably losing us right about now.